Thailand is making the case for, quote, a calibrated re-engagement with Myanmar. This in contrast to ASEAN's wider stance of keeping leadership that emerged after a military coup in 2021 at arm's length. Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul says channels for dialogue must be maintained even as ASEAN pushes for progress towards peace under a 5-point consensus. Mr. Anutin says there are signs that this approach is working ahead of a visit later this week by former army and now civilian leader Min Aung Hlaing. Min Aung Hlaing has openly rejected the ASEAN peace plan, accusing the bloc of discrimination. His administration has not been permitted to take part in high-level ASEAN meetings since the coup 5 years ago. Well, we're joined by CNA's Saksith Saiyasombut, reporting live from Bangkok. Saksith, what does Mr. Anutin mean by calibrated re-engagement with Myanmar?
Now, calibrated engagement or calibrated re-engagement or any other combination of these words is something that we have heard very often in the context between the relations between Thailand and its neighbor Myanmar. It is something that his foreign minister, Sihasak Pongkekgao, has said very often, and meaning that it is something they need to tackle head on. But before we get into the details, let's listen what Anutin has to say about this.
The issue of Myanmar is a clear test. The 5-point consensus remains ASEAN's guiding framework. Thailand has advocated a calibrated re-engagement approach that keeps dialogue open and responds to realities on the ground while encouraging concrete progress.
Now, if you read between the lines, it basically says that the attitude of some ASEAN members since the military coup in 2021 being that not to engage with the military government at all, despite the 5-point consensus, is not really working. So this is why Thailand has been a strong proponent of keeping the dialogue open with its neighbor, because it is a neighbor that shares a very long and strong border. And because of the developments that we have seen over the past couple of months, the much maligned and criticized elections, but also the most recent development, the sign of life of Aung San Suu Kyi when she met with a representative of the International Red Cross, that is being seen very positively by Thailand here, and also very quietly some justification that its methods of engagement or recalibrated engagement with Myanmar is yielding some results, and it's becoming a yardstick.
Saksith, it suggests that some ASEAN members not perhaps sharing entirely Thailand's attitude to how to re-engage with Myanmar. So that feeding some criticism of Min Aung Hlaing's visit later this week to Bangkok.
Indeed, the criticism, first and foremost, is that Thailand is legitimizing Min Aung Hlaing and the military government, or now the government that came after that with these elections, by welcoming him. This is actually not his first visit to Thailand. He was here in Bangkok last year as part of the regional BIMSTEC summit as well. But then there are, of course, other issues. And this is why Thailand is engaging with Myanmar, with its neighbor, differently than some critics would have liked. The argument in Bangkok is that we are a direct neighbor, and with the civil war going on over there, there are spillover effects into Thailand as a result of that, Prime Minister Anutin also wants to tackle with Min Aung Hlaing during his visit, namely being the pollution of the Mekong River because of illegal mining in Shan State. Also the issue of transnational crimes, scam centers in the border regions that have come in over the years. And also, obviously, the issue of the civil war itself, that it doesn't lead to any kind of refugee crisis. The rationale by Bangkok is that by engaging with Min Aung Hlaing is that this is the man to talk to in order to keep things as stable as possible, if it's actually possible at all. But then, of course, there are critics that are saying that he should not be legitimized, even because there is a standing arrest warrant by the International Criminal Court. But Thailand is a signatory to the Rome Statute, but has not ratified it, so nothing is going to happen there. Overall, that it will, for Anutin, is somebody who is engaging with a lot of different leaders, and he will try to portray it as a normal visit by a neighboring leader. But as we have all said, that it will not be a normal visit, and in the eyes of the curatorate, it must not be a normal visit here to Bangkok.
Thanks for CNA's Saksith Saiyasombut reporting live from Bangkok on that impending visit by Myanmar's Min Aung Hlaing.